This
Please repeat me.
conference will now be recorded.
I got some of the questions on chat. Please let us know if you have any questions or type it once again. I lost the chat. We restarted the system. Anyone has any questions, please let me know. Anyone has any questions? So today I will explain you Direct Connect. I'll explain you Direct Connect, and then we will slowly go into some other parts of AWS. Anyone has any questions on yesterday's class? Yesterday's class, let's recap once again. Online people, someone was asking the question. I reboot the system, so I lost the question. So please ask the question. I don't know who is that. If you want to ask, please once again ask me. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so yesterday, for your example, the first small AWS service, what was yesterday's small AWS service? SNS. What is meant by SNS? You have AWS services here. It can be any AWS services. Like for your example, we have AWS S3. It may be EC2 instance. It can be auto scaling. It can be cloud trial. It can be any AWS service. Whenever you need any kind of, what is that? What is that? Notification. They will take a help of what is the AWS service? SNS. It is well integrated. So for your example, this EC2 instance is in danger. It reached 95%. You will get an SNS notification in the form of how the SNS notification will be sent. In the form of what is that? Clear, guys? In the form of others. Like we'll talk about that as others when we go for SQS. But AWS service notification service internally, not only AWS. Tomorrow I want to use, tomorrow I'm not going to come to the class, I want to send an SMS or any, I can also use what is that. So that is what is that, custom messages. I want to send my own messages, publish messages, I can also use it. SNS is a common, what is that, notification service. I don't require any server. I'll start asking interview question right now. Can anyone tell me now? Use your mind and tell me. Can anyone tell me if you want to send a notification, what do you require? I am asking you. Hey, you send me notification that hello. What do you require to send a notification?
SNS
Online
service
people.
has to be enabled.
What is that, sir?
SNS service has to be enabled.
But that is one way. SMS is one way. What about email?
Mail ID and mobile number.
So I am asking you, you have your own office. Can you please configure your own email ID? How do you configure? What do you require? What do you require to send a mail?
Email ID.
Huh? Email ID is not required, sir. How do you generate email ID?
Group we have to
How do you
create.
generate an email ID? If anyone sends, let's take an example, kumar@kelly.com. How I am getting an email ID?
Domain name.
No, domain name. Yes, that is good. Domain name, but what do you do? Sir, you require something. What is that? Especially if you want to send anything related to what is that? Okay, email. So email, you need what is that? What is that? Write it down. For any, if you want to send any email, you need to configure in your office or somewhere else SMTP server. Can you tell me what is SMTP port number? Senior people, this is very, very important. 25 is a port number. You need to configure SMTP. Are you getting emails to Gmail? How? Sir, how are you getting when you are having a Gmail, right? You are getting email, right? How are you getting? What is an SMTP server of Gmail? SMTP server of Gmail. What is that? What is that? SMTP of Gmail is smtp.gmail.com. They have configured this one. That is the reason. This is the primary reason you are getting emails into Gmail, because it is configured to SMTP server. When I want to create my own company, I want to come up with my own email ID. In your office, you will have something called as, what is that? SMTP server should be configured. You need to do that, these and everything to send and everything. SNS. Do you require any SMTP server now? Nothing. Everything is taken care by AWS. If you want to send SMS, what do you require? You need a SMS device, and it is very configured. 2009 I configured. Man, it's a killer. It literally, like, my manager was about to fire me because I took so much time in configuring SMS, especially for sending a notification to Netherlands. So in India, I bought it. SMS were not working, so I was so pissed off, man. That year, I remember that one, 2009. Okay, it's very, very tough, and each SMS was 40 paisa on that days. So a lot of things are. Now, do I require anything? I will get a cost, but the configuration is zero. So those are the best advantage of, what is that? SNS. Is it clear, guys? Fine, understood, right? So that is an advantage of SNS. Someone asked a question, what is that? I've missed last 7 class because of my health issue. I'm going through videos. I could not connect to my instance. Would you request to please help me to? Thanks. Britain, yes, sir, sure, definitely I can help you out. Like, what is the problem when you're trying to create a server? What is causing the problem? Please open 3389 port number for Windows, 22 port number for Linux, and make sure you open maybe for your IP address or everyone, so that you can connect to 3389 port number.
Yes, sir. I've opened that port number as well.
Now, you created a public subnet or private subnet? Did you assign
That's a
public IP address or private IP address only?
I've, uh, that is the public only, sir.
Public subnet, are you sure? Can you check once again and let me know? Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Is it clear? Any questions on SNS notification? SNS is not yet done. We will talk in deeper. The next AWS service which we went for is very simple. This is my, what is that? AWS account. And in AWS account, people basically, there is a service called as EC2, S3, VPC. Now, the people will come up and say, I want to create, what is that? One EC2 instance. I want to delete VPC. I want to create security group. Lot of people will log in. So onto your AWS account, something is what it is doing. What it is performing? Audit logs. Whatever you are doing on your AWS account with the help of, what is that? Cloud trial. What are we doing, sir? With the help of cloud trial, what are we doing? With the help of cloud trial, we are getting audit logs. Audit logs. Whatever you do. Like, for your example, I want to create a server. I log into an AWS account. I delete it. I create it. I update it. Whatever you do, everything is caught in cloud. And audit logs can be stored in which location? Audit logs can be stored where? Logs. Audit logs are stored in where? Yes. S3 and CloudWatch. So you can store this data in S3, and you have another AWS service called as CloudWatch. When time comes, we will go through these two AWS services. So audit data, no one can escape. It is completely read only. You cannot go and delete and everything. Generally, people make it an admin will go and provide this control, and any person in the world do any activities, everything will be caught. No one can escape audit log. That is cloud trial. What is the difference between a cloud trial and cloud watch is a very, very, very important interview question. Is it clear, right? So we'll talk about when we go into a place called as cloud watch. Right now, cloud trial is all about auditing my AWS account. And what are the things I can audit? What are the 3 things I can audit? What are the 3 things? I ask you to write it down. What are the things? Management data, it can capture data, it can capture all these things, basically error details, it can capture all these things, it can capture and keep it ready. That is the reason cloud trial is important. How do you configure CloudWatch, cloud trial? When S3 starts, I will explain you. Hope you understood what is meant by cloud trial also. I was going through one more AWS service. What is that AWS service? Pretty small, pretty easy. What is that? Direct connect. Now, what is the purpose of a direct connect? I will tell you. The purpose of a direct connect, let's go for it. Hope you understood how internet works. Okay. And let us take an example. Sir, that's the reason, Britain, subnet
Yes,
is
sir.
private. Why did you select it private, sir? Whenever you're trying to create a server and if you want to connect from your home, who are you? You means you are connecting through internet. That means you are public. So where
Yeah.
is the server should get created? Server should get created in public
Public.
subnet, right?
Yeah.
Then, okay.
Yeah. Let me try with that. Thanks.
Yeah. So when you go into direct connect, what is a direct connect? It's a very simple AWS service, and the people who are 3+, 4+, you don't require this knowledge, but it is very important. Sir, what is direct connect? This is my, so let us take an example. This is, what is that? What is this? Infosys company. Infosys company also has some servers in Infosys Hyderabad. Yes or no? Let's take an example. My agenda is I don't want, like, these are the 4 servers. These 4 servers should be present in Infosys company. I will not allow these servers to be moved into cloud. I will not allow. I'll say like, no, these 4 servers should be present inside my Infosys campus. Array man, these are very, very important. What are these server? Let us take an example. This is an application server. This is an Active Directory server. This is an application server, should be present inside Infosys Mysore. That's it. I will not allow. Now I have some, what servers are there, sir? Database server is present in, where is that? What is that? AWS. Now my application server has to connect to, what is that? Database server. How it will collect? It will take a help of, what is this? How it will connect? Yes, generally it will connect through, what is that? Internet. And my bad luck, this database is present in, where is that? Where is that? In Qatar. Qatar, what happened? FIFA World Cup happened. And what is happening? Internet is used by, what is internet? Internet is used by, what is that? Public. Internet C cables are there. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people are using internet. Now when I'm connecting from India, that is Mysore, towards, what is that? Qatar, this connectivity is getting affected. Why? Lot of traffic is coming. I cannot connect it. And let's take an example. If you are not able to connect, and if you are connecting, it is very slow. Why? Everyone are watching World Cup. And I don't know whether you know it or not. This happened, sir, really. I don't know. World Cup final happened, right? Which one country? Argentina versus France happened, right? You check it out. Geo was not working for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes. So many people are. So the same problem. What is the problem? I am present. What is Infosys company? Infosys company is not present in cloud. It is, what is that? Very important. What is that? What is that? What is on-premise? Non-cloud computing. It is present in their own company, and that server has to connect to, what is that? Database in AWS. But if you want to connect, you will generally use, what is that? Internet. But internet, the biggest challenge is internet is used by not only you. Who can use? Public people can use it. So what is happening? Lot of traffic, lot of data packets are missing, connectivity is lost. What is this one? This is very bad. Now you have set of servers, like you have here some 1,000 servers, and 1,000 servers wants to connect to 1,000 servers which are present in AWS with very, very good speed. What I will do? I will not use internet. AWS as a separate cable. What is that cable we call it as? What is that? Direct connect. AWS will come up with their own C cable, and that C cable you can purchase it. If you're a very rich company, you can come up and say, hey, my on-premise server has to connect to AWS and internet speed should be 1 Gbps. and you will get 1 Gbps as an example. No. I am Infosys company. 1,000 servers will connect to 1,000 servers. 1 GB is not sufficient. You can go for 10 Gbps, 100 Gbps. Is it clear, right? You can get it, and it will now travel not through internet. It will go and travel through, what is that? And these cables belongs to which company? AWS, Infosys. Why they will keep wire, sir? AWS will use that wire. AWS will provide lot of money to Tata, Sifi, Reliance in India. They will create separate wires only for what? AWS. So on-premise servers, that is Infosys, and in Microsoft we use it. What is? Let's take an example. Microsoft, we have in Microsoft in Hyderabad, we have yesterday Satya came into picture. So we took a pictures as an example. So we are not allowed to take a selfie with him, but that's fine. So yesterday Satya came into picture, and no one knows. Satya was there in my blog. Okay, Satya Nandala was there yesterday. So for 3.5 hours, KTR and Satya was there. When he is providing KT, it is seen by all the Microsoft all over the world. Where is he? He is present in Hyderabad. And let us take an example. His video has to stream from on-premise. Something has to connect to AWS. So generally everyone will connect through, what is that? Internet. Internet is used by public. On-premise is my place. This is on-premise. This is a server. That is a server. And this server has to have a dedicated speed to connect to AWS servers. But generally if they use internet, it will be very, very slow. No guarantee. Okay, I'll tell you my experience. No guarantee. Now I want guarantee, sir. What is this one? Give me a speed where this server can connect to basically one server present in North Virginia, super speed, very clean, dedicated 10 GB speed. How do I get it? Okay, if you go back and ask SLA, what is the difference between you are getting internet in your home versus office? Can anyone tell me? What is the difference between you get internet, right, in your home? How much you are paying per month? 500, 600,000 rupees. What is the difference between in your home internet connection versus a connection in your office? It's not speed. No, speed is definitely there. You pay more money. Let's take an example. I pay 3,000 rupees per month in internet. I want the fastest internet because if I teach anything, it should not have any lag. That is there. What's the difference between your home internet and office, sir? Anyone? Online people?
Office has
Service
least
level
line.
agreement. Okay, service level agreement, SLA. See, in your home, think about it. In your home, internet is suddenly not working. You'll raise a complaint. The problem can be solved in one day. What will happen if the problem occurs in company? Is it okay? The problem solves in one day. So one day everyone will say, hey, internet is not there. I'm going to home. Thank you very much. One day your business gets impacted. Is it clear? So that is the reason. Personally, I have a very good experience on this area. When I was working for a company called as Infor, my very, very close friend Anand Sudala, unfortunately is no more. Okay, so he paid me in front of me 37 lakhs to Reliance for 1,600 connections, people. 37 lakhs per year. What is the SLA? They provided one speed. I think they asked like they provided like 500 Mbps speed, 37 lakh check of money. He signed it and he gave it to Reliance company. Those people, and SLA is any internet problem is there, they will fix it in half an hour. That is an SLA. That is the reason they charge more. In your home, internet is not there. What do? You use mobile and everything. But what happens if in company internet is there? 1,000 people get affected. So SLAs are different. And why they are charging 37, 38 lakhs? I'm talking about in 2009, sir. Now I don't know. 37 lakhs. I paid it. I saw in front of mine. He gave the check to that guy, Reliance. Why? Because people are using internet, right? Unlimited internet, bandwidth, as well as speed and SLA. Yes or no? These three things are there. The problem here is Even you have in on-premise, how many people are there in your Infosys company here? 1,000 people are there. 1,000 people will also use internet and everything, right? What is the bandwidth? How much it is consuming? So if you will come up and say, hey, internet bandwidth we are providing is speed is equal to what is that? 1 Gbps. But bandwidth, how much you are consuming? Maybe you may come up and say 1,000 terabytes I am going to consume per month. By how many people? There is one charge. You come up and say 10,000 terabytes I am consuming. Network in and network out, right? There is one charge. If you go long term, if you use what is that? Internet, right? You will get high bill. That is what they are claiming. And that is true. If you use 1,000 people, you use internet, and you to go to internet and say, for Reliance, I want 10,000 terabytes of bandwidth I will consume per month. They will come up and say, okay, it is 1 crore per year cost. So you have to pay. That is one mono, not normal people will don't know about this. You are paying how much, sir? 1,000 rupees, and it is unlimited for you. But in companies, they will charge basically on the bandwidth. And it is claimed if you use direct connect, 55% or 50% cost reduction will happen in terms of bandwidth. So what are the advantage you're getting? First one, when you use a direct private C cables, which is belongs to what is that? AWS, will you get a traffic is there or no traffic? No traffic, first one. So they are providing an SLA. What is that? You can choose, I need 1 Gbps, 10 Gbps, 100 Gbps cables, you can choose it. Based on that, you will get a speed. And what is decreasing? What is decreasing? Cost is decreasing because I am not using what is that? Internet. I'm using direct connect to connect from on-premise to my servers which are present in AWS. This is called as direct connect. Hope you understood. Anyone has any questions? Online people, please let me know. Is it clear? Is it clear, sir? This is, you don't work on it. It's a pure network administrator will work on it. Try to understand. If anyone wants a dedicated bandwidth, you will need to go into AWS. Okay, on-premise means my office, which is not AWS, wants to connect to AWS servers. You need a dedicated speed. Infosys companies there, Infosys people will go and create some 10,000 servers in AWS. They want to connect it. What they will use? They will use what is that? Direct connect. Microsoft, which is present in Hyderabad, they want to connect to their servers into Azure. So what do? Direct connect. Is it clear, right? Those kind of services are used on premise. So online people, is it clear? Please let me know.
Yes, Kumar.
We are not getting internet, only connectivity between on-premise to AWS, not internet. Internet contains Google, Facebook, Amazon, those things not. I'm here, I want to connect to one server which is present in Qatar and it is in AWS. I can connect from here to there directly, no need to go and make that server public. It's like a private cable, I can connect it and I'll get a dedicated speed, dedicated bandwidth, dedicated cable. Okay, I'll let me go and tell. I'll log in. What is direct connect? Very, very simple. Direct connect means compulsory. This side, there are two phases. One phase is AWS servers. Another is what is that? What is another place? On-premise. Use your mind. On-premise. So you go for it. What is that? What is direct connect? What is that? Direct network connectivity to AWS. So what is meant by direct connect, sir? You get a virtual. So what is direct connect? Let's to establish a dedicated network connection to AWS. What is direct connect? Direct connect makes it easy to establish a dedicated network connectivity from your premises on-premise to AWS. Using direct connect, you can establish a private connectivity between AWS and your data center, office, or any co-location area. And what do you do this one? You don't configure anything. You just need to know what is direct connect. That's it. Sir, what do you do? What networking people will do it? Where I am present in Infosys right now. Infosys people should have a dedicated connect to, where is that? AWS, dedicated connected. Sir, the question here is, so what is very, very important. Infosys has internet, and I don't want to connect through internet. I want to connect through private cables to connect to AWS servers. What is the speed? Who is helping? I am present in Hyderabad. My servers are present in Mumbai. From Hyderabad, from Infosys company, my connectivity has to go to a cable, and it has to connect to a server which is present in Mumbai. So who is helping me? So very, very, very important. When you try to create a connection, you need a connection. What is the speed of the connection you require? 1 GB or 10 GB, you can select it. Who is a partner in India? In India, the partners are, what is that? If you can go back and see Tata Communication, let's see, this is, so you can go and check it out. Basically, you have a lot of partners, others you can check it out. But what is the most important thing is, so I am Infosys, right? Infosys servers in Hyderabad has to connect to AWS servers with dedicated speeds. Now, what do you do? Sir, I have an internet. My internet speed is 1 Gbps. So from here to there, how do I connect it? There is someone which is present in Hyderabad, where your request will go to that company. From that company, they are connecting to Direct Connect. That company is SST, I think. STT. STT company, which is present in, what is that? In Hyderabad. So you will purchase this connection, you will establish this connection. Now what will happen? Directly, sir, your on-premise servers can directly connect it into this server. Directly. It will use, what is that? What is that it will use? Direct Connect C cables. It will use it, and you will get a guaranteed speed. 1 Gbps means 1 Gbps you'll get. 10 Gbps means 10. And that cable are only used by AWS or other people also? Only AWS connectivity people can use it. That is going for it. And as per Jeff Bias, in 2027, that cables will increase double. Double it will increase. Clear? Anyone has any questions? Is it clear? Online people? Okay, so if you see, there was a very, very good global diagram van. It was very good in AWS actually. It was a cutting as they removed it. So it was like this one. A globe will be rotating. And what are these things? These things are the C cables, private C cables, not internet C cables. Now I am not able to see that globe here, but where globe videos there are, you can send me. Okay, so this is the way. Basically, you have something called as, what is that? Direct connect. Is it clear, guys? So what are the AWS services which I completed? I explained you VPC, EC2, load balancer, auto scaling, SNS, cloud trial, direct connect. Okay, big AWS service will start today. I see good strength is there. So let's start. Very, very, very important AWS service. Easy service, and you will get a guarantee of 7 questions out of 63 to 67 questions. 7 questions will come into picture. This AWS service is considered today. Amazon is earning lot of money because of this AWS services. This particular AWS service. It's a very, very, very famous in the world, not in AWS world. Welcome to a very large, very, 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 very important AWS service. What is that? AWS S3. I need 5 days of time to complete S3. Write it down, S3. What is the full form of S3? Simple storage service. Okay, simple storage service S3. It is so important. It is considered one of the best storage in the world, not in AWS cloud or cloud world, in the world. I can show lot of personal experience in my life. AWS S3 came up in 2006. It's a first AWS service which is launched in 2006. Because of AWS S3, some thousands of companies are relying right now. It's basically, if S3 is not there, that is gone. There were so many instances I've seen. I am from Microsoft. I go and teach Azure. I go to IITs. I will be providing a training. I will be taking a training also. Artificial intelligence trainings I took from IIT Chennai. That is on what subject? Azure AI. But the material is present in S3, AWS S3. Just think about it, how famous the storage is there. Okay, it's a I would consider this S3 is at least 4 or 5 times bigger than AWS, Azure and Google combined. It's very famous. Sir, what is this AWS S3 is all about? AWS S3 is all about what is that? What is that? Storage. Can you please tell me, go back and recap in AWS, whatever the topics we have learned, right? Which topics belongs to storage? EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Yes or no? EBS storage you have. You have already EBS. Yes or no? Then again you are going for another same topic. What is that? Storage. Why, sir? Sir, I already have a storage EBS. Why I need to go for again another storage called as S3? What is the things? Okay, let's go and write it down. You have, what is this one, sir? EBS. EBS is, please write it down. It is, what is that? S3, please write it down, and there is some homework for you. S3 is, what is that? Blob storage, binary, large, object, okay, blob or something like this one is there. So blob storage, AWS S3 is a blob storage. Anyone come up and say, they'll ask you in AWS, do you have any storage where what is the type is blob? Immediately the storage type is S3. It's a blob storage. Sir, I have EBS and I have blob storage as an example. Sir, why? What is the difference? Can anyone tell me as an example? Very simple, sir. Very simple. What is the small, you see some problems in EBS? What do you find some problems in EBS? Do you find any problems in EBS? EBS is, always keep it in your mind. What is that? What is that? It is a file system. Now let's talk about file system. Use your mind and tell me, do you find any small problems in EBS? Anything is there? Any problems are there in EBS? This laptop is there. In this laptop, there is a folder called as important folder is there. And in that, lot of files are there. He is asking, can you give me the files? And he is present in Africa. And he is asking, sir, I need the files. Can he access this laptop, that particular files? Yes or no? Very simple. You have lot of disadvantage. Please go through, sir. I can see faces, you are plain. Please study and come back. Please study. AWS is very, very important. It is easy to understand and easy to forget. In EBS, let us assume this is a C drive. In C drive, lot of files are there. You want to access? Simple, sir. I'll shut down this server. Can you access it? That is also right problem. What is EBS, sir? I will go and create. What is that? Inside EC2 instance, I will go and create. What is that? If this server is running, then Then if you have all the required permissions and everything, then you can download the file from EBS. What will happen if you stop or shut down this server? Can anyone access it? This laptop is shut down. If you want to access that one, can you access it? No. Are you able to understand that? Very simple one, you cannot access it. So the biggest problem here is I want this EBS volume is dependent on what is that? EC2 instance. If EC2 instance is shut down, you cannot access the file. EC2 instance should be always running. First one. Now, what is the size of this EBS? Can anyone tell me what is the size of this EBS? What you can go and provide? 50 GB? Yes. 100 GB? 200 GB? 1 TB? 5 TB? 16 TB? Okay. But it has limitation in terms of size. You cannot come up and say, sir, I need a storage which is 1 TB, not TB, petabyte, 1 petabyte. It won't support. Understood, right? Limitation in size. So I have a limitations in size. EBS is depending on EC2 instance and it should be always running. If EC2 instance is down, you cannot access it. So what is the significance of AWS S3? AWS S3 first important thing is, what is that? For how much storage? What is that? How much storage, sir? Infinite storage. There is no limit for AWS S3. AWS S3 is available 24 into 7 into 365 days. If you have required permissions, it is available, no dependency. AWS S3 is acting for you as what is that? What is that? No server, nothing. You drag and drop, the file is available 24 into 7 into 365 days. It is available. It is how much? What is that? How much data you can store? Is it clear? Infinity. Is it clear? And also write it down. AWS S3 is, what is that? Region based. Don't think it is global based. It is region based. Is it clear, guys? So what is the main advantage of AWS S3 or a blob storage? In AWS S3, how much data you can store? You can store the data up to how much data, sir? Infinity data. There is no limit. Drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. As I mentioned, you're right. AWS S3 came into picture. Dropbox company created their own company. Dropbox is storing all the data of customers into what is that? S3. And Dropbox, what they're doing? They're writing an application. You drag and drop. I'll take my file and store it into S3. That's it. Is it clear, right? That's it. So what is the biggest advantage of AWS S3? Infinity storage. Dropbox company, when a startup based company, it came up and specified in 2009, I think. I started my company in 2007. In 2 years, my company revenue is $300 million company. Many people come up and say $300 million startup based company, it is okay, but what is the great? Why are you jumping like this one? What is the greatness in you? That company came up and say, my greatness is I am $300 million company. $300 million is nothing but 2,500 crores, which is good. Okay, good. But why are you jumping, sir? What is that great? Then they say number of employees, 6 employees. 6 people in the office. Are you able to understand, right? Why? Because they are using in the background, what is that? S3. Is it clear, right? S3, so many companies are present in S3, sir. Not one out. I don't think so. Any customer who's using AWS will not, there is not a single user where you will not see AWS S3 is used. Everyone in the world will use it. My material in AWS S3, my material till 2017-18 was present in S3. AWS material. I used to provide an S3. Is it clear, right? So what is the biggest advantage? What is that? Infinity storage. 24 into 7 into 365 days. It is available for everyone in the world. Don't believe me? Don't ask me what I am doing right now. Those things I'll explain you in the coming classes. But let's see what is S3 and Let's take an example. Dikshit is asking a file, sir. I need that file, sir. Arey, how do I send a file? Should I send a mail and everything? All those kinds of hangama I don't require. So let us take an example. I'll take an example of awsbit.com. Let's take an example. I'm not telling you anything. Dikshit is asking for a file. Sir, I need that file. Arey, I can upload the file and give it to him so that he can download the file anytime in a single second. And I said you right, AWS S3, the files are available 24 into 7 into 365 days. There is no dependency of sir, EC2 instance is running, stop, nothing is there. For your example, Dikshit is asking a file. I want to add the file into AWS S3. What is this here? A red color mark, public access. Very good. So you go and click on it. See, take an example. Dikshit is asking, sir, I need all server file or not all server file. Let's take an example. He is asking this this log. He's asking this log. Sir, can you give me? I double click on it. I want to. So this is an AWS material. Let us assume. And everyone are asking, sir, I need this material, sir. How do I go and provide it? It's one click. This is my material. Let us assume. I'll simply come up and say, you need to access this file or download this file using internet, right? I'll simply come up and say, sir, what is this one? Grant, what is that? Public access, and one click, that's it. The file is uploaded. So the file is uploaded to S3. Close it. What is the file name? What is the file name? Install log file. Dikshit is coming, she is coming, he is coming. Sir, you said where is the material, sir? Click one button. The file is available 24 into 7 into 365 every win. Only one click. What is this? What is this? Take this link, paste it anywhere in the world. It will download. That's it. That's it. I am able to share the file in 1 second now with the help of AWS S3. And it is 24 into 7 into 365. It is available. It is available. So I'll take an example. I'm pasting this one to online people. Take it, sir, and click on it. It will download. Let me know once it is downloaded. Are you able to understand? My life is simple and serverless. No server. Where, what, how, nothing. When S3 came up with these features, okay, Google Drive copied from these features. You have Google Drive, right? Everyone? Google Drive? That all the features are copied from AWS S3. Even today, Google Drive also you can share a link. Azure is copied from here. So the primary hosting of a storage initiated from where? S3. Because of S3, at least I would come up and say 500,000 jobs got lost. Storage engineers, all the storage engineers got fired. 90% of the world's storage engineers. Why? AWS S3 itself is replacing storage engineers. Is it clear, right? 24 into 7 into 365 days. File is available anytime to download. That is the reason. I don't know. Use your mind. None of the people asked me at that period of time. The most important thing I would like to go and specify, use your mind and tell me, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is user data? Forgot? Eh? What is that?
with software and all the data
What is
will be
this user?
available.
What is user data, sir? What is that question? What are the answers? What is your user data? You come up and say no. Tell me the definition of a user data. What is a user data? Where we have used user data? Where? What EC2 instance? Where? User data is a yes. User data is a bootstrapping script where you paste it, the code will execute. Do you remember I pasted one code? What did I do? Can anyone tell me? What did I do? What did I do in that code? You remember that? What it has done? Eh? What happened? I have a user data code, big code. I opened that one. I showed you. What did I have written in that one? What it will do? It will not only provide welcome to 7 a.m. What two more things it will do? It will download and install AWS CLI. It will download and install Python. So use your mind. No one asked the question at that period of time. You're writing a program. I'm writing a program fast. First it will do. What is the program will do? It will download the file to what is that? What is the folder name? Chandu or Dikshit. I think I don't know what did I change. It will download AWS software to which folder? The question comes into picture is from where? AWS CLI, please download means it will download or what? Tell me. No one asked that question at that period of time. I'm writing a program to download AWS CLI and install into download and keep it in Chandu, then install it later using automation. But from where it is getting downloaded? Will you come up and say AWS CLI, please download like Brahmanandam, please download, download, download? Will it download? No one asked the question. So let's take an example. Dikshit, please install SAP man. So what do? You will first figure out where is SAP software. You will download and then install it. Where is the download? Yes or no? So, sir, where is the software? I will keep it. So I kept the software in what is that? S3. No one observed it. I kept my software AWS CLI. I kept it, and when I kept it, I got what is that? What is this? What is this? What is this? Link. When I click on a link, will it download? Same thing I did it. Let's go to. So please observe it, sir. Please ask me questions. Senior people are there. Junior people, if you don't ask any question, that's fine. But learn it. So you go into kumarawsbit.com. I have a user data. I have a sample code. If you go back and see user data, where is user data? User data. This is the program I pasted. You remember this one? It will look for a folder called as Chandu. It is not there. It is going to create a directory. Then it will download AWS CLI. Where from where? I kept AWS CLI in where is that? S3. I kept what is that? What is this one? Python in S3. So this is a AWS CLI software. Don't believe me, sir? I don't believe you, sir. If that is the case, it is present in S3. Sir, I don't believe you. Okay, if you don't believe me, paste it and click on enter. What is getting downloaded? Is it clear? What is getting downloaded? CLI, right? So I kept CLI software here. So using PowerShell, I am calling this one and it is downloading the file into where is that? Chandu. So where are the softwares? I'll keep it. My software reliable place is what is that? S3. Almost every one important files are not kept in EBS. All the files are kept in what is that? S3. Is it clear? Anyone has any questions? Is it clear? S3 is a reliable storage where what you want to go and store. Sir, can I call from anywhere in the world? Yes, sir. Can I make it public? Yes, sir. How much data I can store it in S3? Infinity. What are the things, Shuri? Like that, you have around 21 features in AWS S3. 21 features. Are you able to understand 21 features? Very, very simple. Let us go through the 21 features from Monday onwards. Is it clear, right? Don't miss Monday's class. Monday, Tuesday, it is important class, sir. Very, 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 very important. Don't miss it. AWS S3 is at any cost 6 questions, that is equal to 10% of your AWS certification questions will come from one AWS service. What is that? 10% of the questions will come basically in what is that? 20% of the questions you will get it in only two AWS services. Is it clear? That much importance is there. To please do practice lot of work on EC2 instance, S3, other AWS services will go through. Is it clear? Online people, is it clear, sir? Anyone has any questions on what is S3? Clear? Online people. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. S3 is very important. The homework for today is go and understand what is that? Blob. What is the full form of a blob? What is the difference between normally a file and basically a blob? File, if you want to open it, what are the prerequisites? And blob, if you want to open it, what is that one? What is the meaning of binary large object? BL, binary L, large O object. What is the meaning? Study about this one. Clear? Okay. I'll sign off right now. Let's see you on Monday. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. What is that, sir?